what's crazy? Men are told to open up, communicate, be vulnerable, and the moment they do, suddenly they're too sensitive or too emotional or just emotionally immature. Like, do you want a partner or do you want a therapist? Let's talk. Here's the thing most people forget, like, men are not born quiet. They express, they have emotions, they cry, they talk a little too much sometimes. But by the time they hit a certain age, people start telling them, like, don't cry like a girl, be strong, man up. And by the time they hit their adulthood, their silence isn't their personality, but their protection, because they don't feel, because every time they did, someone rolled their eyes or just used it against them. Let me tell you something about my friend group, okay? There's this girl who is hopeless romantic. I've known her since I was 17 years old. She's a little older than me. And, she has always been like so hopelessly romantic. Now she's finally with the guy she always wanted, like someone who's sensitive, someone who's caring, someone like, is higher with their emotional quotient. You know what I mean? And now she calls me every day, like not every day, but like every other day, saying like he's too sensitive, he's too feminine, like he needs to be like a man. And I'm like, these are the things you wanted. Now you have somebody, then you saying it's like too much. You asked for this. In my opinion, men having emotions does not fit the social script we have. I mean, when women cry, it's empathy. You should feel things, you should apologize, you should cater to her emotions. When a man cries, it's discomfort, or like, I got him to cry or open up. Like, this is not a game. He's just expressing his emotions or frustrations. And I have also noticed something on social media when like a woman posts something about mental health, like mental health matters, and she has like 400, 500 likes on it. And I've noticed within my friend group, like someone posted, like a guy posted, like, hey, like mental health is important, like talk depression and all of those things. And he told me later on that like our other friend texted him like saying like, hey, take it down, like, bro, delete this right now. And I'm like, this goes deeper. This is conditioned to us like in a way that it's so normalized, which is so sad and unfortunate. All this, in my opinion, creates like a silent crisis, okay? Because men are walking around with emotional injuries they can't show, fears they can't voice, pain which has been like laughed off like through their ears. And it's just so sad. And I'm like, everybody talks about women being like, not emotionally catered to enough, which I guess is valid, but nobody talks about men being starved emotionally. So let's talk about it a little more. In my opinion, modern dating has become like an audition, okay? Men are supposed to protect, provide, be emotionally available, but not too emotionally available. Someone sensitive, but not overly sensitive. I feel, what the fuck? Let's be honest, women don't want a robot either. They want connection, but the problem is, in my opinion, that no one taught men how to express or have emotions, because that kind of like language fluency in emotions, I don't think that's like feminine or anything. I think that's human. I think everyone should know. And men are allowed to feel feelings. Men are allowed to express how they feel. If it's love, it's affection, if it's anger, if it's like frustration, if it's exertion, men are allowed. We need to teach men how to be fluent in that language and make them understand that it's not feminine. It's just, we're all human, man, at the end of the day. It's just so lost. I don't know when did we become this kind of society? Or maybe we were always like this, which sucks. This isn't just about dating, it's about family, it's about workplace, it's about everything. Like, we blame men for not having emotions, but when they do, it's too sensitive. When they don't, it's emotionally unavailable. Like, what are we expecting from men? Like, good men, what would they do? Like, even if they wanted to like be a decent member of society, where do they start? It's so complicated for men these days. And I'm not saying women are bad or anything. I'm obviously a woman, I respect women, and I think we also go through a lot of things. But we're talking about men today, so let's keep talking about that. You know what? Men don't want pity. Men don't even want validation. What men want is a fair space for them to express emotions, where their words are not instantly labeled. They want a space where they can be human without earning it. Where feeling emotions and talking about emotions, their emotions doesn't make them weak. they're humans at the end of the day. Like, as women, as girls, as whatever, as humans, we need to understand that they are also fellow humans. Like, the gender war has gotten so bad, and I'm not talking about the rare cases in the world. Of course, there are going to be bad people, but that can't be the leaders of our society. That can't be the benchmark. That can't, that can't just how our society is. In my opinion, like, we need to be civil, like people who want to be good, who want to do, like, do life in a nice, respectful way. I'm talking about those people. Gender equality, in my opinion, is not about women winning or men winning. It's about both sides finally being heard without any hostility. Because there's toxic feminism, there's red pill, there's like so much nonsense on the internet and goes viral, and everybody's like, yeah, 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 we are this side or we are that side. No, we are supposed to be civil and be together. Like, this is how God like made us to be, and now we are just like fighting against each other and not going anywhere. It's just so fucked up. So maybe, just maybe, men are not emotionally unavailable. Maybe men are emotionally discouraged, And like sometimes we need to stop and ask ourselves, even like men should ask themselves, like, hey, did we give ourselves, a space where we felt safe enough to express? Like if you're a man watching this, ask yourself about like yourself and other men in your life. Like, we need to like give people some space, like fair space, where emotions won't be used against them, where like they won't be called weak, where they will be able to express and not be judged, like of because of their emotions or whatever. Anyways, this was my take. And you can agree, you can disagree, you can overthink in the comments. Either way, I'm listening. Subscribe for more yapping sessions with me.